Today we're going to take a look at message blasts here within the system. In order to find the message blasts, you can go to the search bar and begin typing blast. Then you can go to the message blasts tile or the email blast in navigation. They are the same thing. You can also go to marketing and go to email blast. From the message blast interface, you're going to see a bunch of different messages that have already been created for you here in the system. For example, this one is 5 tips to make moving day easy. You can see that it is in English and it was created on April 10th, 2020. If we go to the 3 dots, we can then use this as an email, use it as a letter that we're going to send out in snail mail, or preview it or duplicate it. So if we take a preview, you're going to see the information with the images that are attached to it. And then all of our message blasts here are nice and easy to read. So they're either bullet points or they're numbers. So they're a quick read that's nice for customers. And then it has your signature there at the bottom. If we like that one and we want to use it, then we just click Use as Email. Here from this interface, we can choose to add our customer. Then we can also choose if we want to be CC'd on this email. We can change the email subject if we'd like to. We can attach a file if we need to. And then in this area is our WYSIWYG editor, where we can change all of the text to fit our needs. Once it looks the way that we want it to, we can send a preview to ourselves to check it, or we can choose to send this later. So we're going to set it up to send at a later date and time, or we can choose to send this right away. When we've made modifications to an email like this that is already in the system, we also have the option in the top right corner to save this message blast as a draft or as a template so that when we come back and want to use this in the future, our edits are already in place. You can see here that we saved this one as a draft, so we can see easily that this is the one that we've modified. And we can see that the date created is today's date. Another thing you can do right here in the interface is use the filter to search by message blast title. So if we want to see all of the message blasts that include the word by, it will pull up all of the messages that have the word by in it, and you can see here that there are 12 entries. Let's change that word to sell. And now we can see that there are 9 entries with the word sell in the title. You can also filter by the drafts and the templates, or just by drafts, or just by templates. You can filter by the owner, whether it's owned by anyone, it's in the system, it's owned by the company, meaning the company created it for you, or you created it yourself. You can also filter by category, and you can filter by language. The next section is the handy history button. You can see here any history of emails that have sent out and the number of recipients that it went out to. You can also see the date that it was sent, and by using the 3 dots, you can see a detailed history. The detailed history shows you exactly who that recipient was, and it shows you the date that it was opened and whether they clicked inside the email when they opened it. Back from the main interface here, we have this last option here, which is where we can create our own message blast. So you can choose to create an email or to create a letter. Creating an email looks an awful lot like editing an email did. So you're going to come in here and be able to add your customers and choose whether you CC yourself. Then you create your subject and your body for the email. This is a great way to create an email that you want to send out repeatedly to your customers. So maybe it's your own custom welcome email, or an email that you send out every time you have a listing that closes. Something that you want to repeatedly send out, you can create here in the Message Blast tool. Then once you've created this new email, you can choose to save it using the Save button up top, which is always recommended so that you can use this template again. And you can also choose to send it with the same options as before, a preview to yourself, to send later, or to send right now. And that's a breakdown of the Message Blast tool and the way that you can utilize it to move your business forward.